Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Today we're going to talk about Floki Inu and just other meme coins in general. And we know that a lot of the reason they're popular is because of the advertising and the meme factor. Now that advertising is actually being targeted, this time in London, by the authorities, and they want to take some of that advertising down. And this time what's being targeted is Floki Inu's advertisement in the London subway. Obviously, the subway is a very good place to advertise because of the high volume of traffic, and obviously, everyone wants to get rich. And the subway obviously might be running out of money or might want to make some money, so they are accepting all ads. Obviously, like the 1,000% gains, tens of thousands percent gains are actually from the advertising itself, and that's why they're actually buying spots in high traffic areas. So obviously, we all know how Floki Inu got popular. The Doge father, or whatever the heck you call him, Elon Musk, named his dog Floki, and that shot Floki Inu up. By the way, that's like one of the most ridiculous ideas I've ever heard. Like, just because a celebrity named his dog Floki does not mean that any kind of investment should go up. So that to me proves it's more gambling rather than investing, because that really should have no effect on the price of any investment. So, like, obviously, one of the things, and this is from some of this news is from Bitcoinist. One of the things is like, how do you push this stuff to the forefront? Well, one of the ways is advertising. Now, I do think the main way is actually social media. So, I don't think subway advertising is its main thing. But, getting your ad up in a very, very high volume area. I mean, think about how many people use the subway in London in the rush hour. Basically, like, that's a good way to get your project out in front of people. But because the project founder is anonymous, like many of these meme coin founders and other factors, lawmakers have asked the London subway to actually take down the ads, and they're actually taking down some heat. Of course, the Transport of London, TfL, they've gotten numerous requests to take down advertisements for cryptocurrencies, and especially things like Floki Inu, because they think they're shady, and they actually might be shady. We don't really know, like, who's behind it, and like, crypto is still fairly unregulated in Britain, and it's more of a free-for-all. And so the transport system has been a target for advertisers lately due to the high traffic they see on a daily basis. So essentially, like, they want the transportation ministry essentially to look at these advertisements and determine if they have a high chance of being scams or not before they actually accept them. So especially the Green Party London Assembly member Sion Berry has criticized the transport system because they didn't take a closer look before running the ads. And he said, like, they ought to have second thoughts. And we've already covered if Floki is a scam or not. We don't really know. The team members are unknown. It might just be one guy. And, it went up because Elon Musk named his dog Floki. So it's hard to tell from that. But will Floki Inu and meme coins actually be hurt by this? My guess is not that much. Yes, they might not have, they might not be as successful as attracting new investors because, like, the subway obviously has a lot of people. They see this ad. They've probably heard of Dogecoin in the news somewhat, and they're going to be interested in 1,000% gains. So they'll look up Floki Inu and maybe buy some Floki Inu. And because Floki is, like, really volatile, that actually might pump the price of Floki Inu. But however, despite the high volume of subway traffic, this is not where these coins actually spread. Not that much anyways. So I don't think it'll actually hurt it that much because most of these coins spread on social media. It's really like either Twitter bots or, like, they form some kind of an army of people that basically, I think most of these people know that these projects generally aren't going too many places, but they want the sudden 1,000% gains. And I'm pretty sure people will argue with me in the comments, but most of those people are arguing in the comments are just hoping for 1,000% gains, not really any of this, like, charity work that Floki is supposedly doing, right? But because of that, they have a high incentive to actually promote this stuff on crypto channels on YouTube, on social media, on places like 4chan, which is essentially just a cesspool, and you should never really look at any kind of real information from 4chan, or like a lot of internet channels. So, like, I don't really think it'll be hurt that much because it doesn't depend, it really doesn't depend on, like, stuff like subway stations or billboard ads to actually explode the price of Floki Inu. You might not get as many new investors, but you'll get plenty of internet denizens trying to pump the price up. So I think it's cool that, like, lawmakers are actually pushing people to actually look at ads before they actually put the ads up. But at the same time, like, this isn't the main conduit, and I don't think it'll actually do all that much. Plus, you really can't regulate this crap because people are willingly putting their money into this crap. And despite what those people say, realistically, they know what they're putting their money into. They know it's a gambling game. They know it's a game of hot potato, realistically. So it's not really like you're basically telling people you can't spend your money on this gambling thing because it's bad for you. But the thing is, like, people go to real casinos all the time, and people put their money on online sports betting all the time. So there's really no reason to really regulate this. Yes, you could have regulations on, like certain permits and stuff, but eventually you will have to let people take their money into their own hands and make risky investments like this. So while it's a decent step in terms of regulation, I don't think it'll actually affect Floki Inu much. So you investors of Floki and stuff, or gamblers of Floki and stuff, shouldn't have too much to actually worry about. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.